Good morning, class 11th. I hope you all have understood what we have been discussing in the last class, in the previous class. Today we shall be starting up with another topic, that is intellectual property rights. Okay, intellectual property rights is a sentence which is made up of three words. You can see here. Intellectual means which is something related to your intellect, which is something related to your own creativity. Property, property is something which belongs to you. If something belongs to you, it's your property. And rights are your legal rights. With rights, we mean here the legal rights given to you for certain thing. Okay. Now let us start with the main heading, intellectual property rights. These are the legal rights which are given to the inventor. Okay, if you are inventing something, you have a certain kind of uh, right over your creation, because that thing which you have created is because of your own thinking, your own mind. So you are the creator of your thing, and the exclusive right for your creation should be with you only. So these are the basis of intellectual rights. The significance of intellectual rights can be, intellectual property can be traced to the ancient use of stamps. You must have heard or studied in history that the emperors were using certain stamping on the bricks, so that they can see that these bricks belong to that dynasty, and the particular monument is being built in that particular dynasty. So that was in the first type of intellectual property which were being used. In India, intellectual property rights are recognized under following acts. Acts are in the constitution we have certain sections, and sections have acts. So the Patents Act, which was being there in 1970, Trademarks Act 1999, Copyright Act 1957, the Designs Act 2000, the Geographical Indications of Goods, that is Registration and Protection Act 1999, the Semiconductor Integrated Circuits Layout Design Act 2000, the Biological Diversity Act 2002, the Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Right Act, that is in 2001. One thing you should understand here, that intellectual property rights are just the legal rights which are given to the inventor over his or her invention. So there can be many types of inventions. Inventions can be of any type. It is not only related to medical sciences, it can be related to your creative work in literary, your creative work in music, your own dance styles, your own maybe music piece already can tell told already been told some kind of what do you say, calligraphy, that anything which you have developed, you can get it patented. I'll tell you, there are certain things which cannot be taken as taken under the intellectual property rights. We shall be discussing it later. But first of all, let us understand the basic difference between invention and discovery. Invention and discovery, for a few it may seem that both are interrelated or both are same, but discovery is just discovering something which was already present in the universe. Okay, you have not created it. So I just read it on for you. A discovery is recognizing something that already exists for the first time. We are just recognizing the thing for the first time, and nobody has ever found it before. That is, for example, I have given here the example of Christopher Columbus, who discovered the America. Okay, Americas, the United States, which we call it the United States of America. So he was the one who discovered. He did not invent, because it was the Americas which we are talking about here, it was already there, but nobody knew how to reach there. Nobody found it out. So now he discovered. Now, coming on to the invention, an invention is creating something totally new with one's own ideas and development. That is, example, Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Prior to that, nobody knew about the light bulb, but it was being invented by Thomas Edison. Okay, so make it a point to understand the difference between a discovery and an invention. You cannot get a discovery being patented. For getting a patent, it is important that it has to be an invention, totally new, innovative thing. It should be novel. It should not be already present. It should not already be present in the atmosphere, in the universe, in the literature, or in whatever field you are working in. Okay, so an invention can be patented, whereas a discovery can never be patented. Now, conditions for getting an IPR. The first condition is it should be novel. Novel means it should be new. Anything which has to be patented should, maybe a process or a procedure should be completely new to the world. Next, it should be non-obvious. That means a non-obvious step that obviously after switching on the light, if we turn on again, press the switch, it will turn off. So this is the obvious thing. You cannot get it patented for yourself. Next is repeatable. Any process which you are getting the patent for should be repeatable under same steps. If the same steps are repeated by some other worker around the globe anywhere, the results should be same. That means a process can only be patented when it is repeatable. Next is it should be beneficial to the mankind. That means whatever you are doing, whatever invention you have made should be having some benefit to the mankind.